Well, hey, Gundam Maniacs, welcome to another episode of Gundam Explained. You know, earlier the video I did where I was showing off my new Gundam office, I was going through a lot of my collectibles, and while doing that, I was able to appreciate some of the cheaper figures or more budget figures that actually still feel premium among all these more expensive figures. So I kind of wanted to show off what I feel are some good budget yet premium feeling Gundam figures. Let's dive in. All right, here we go. First one I want to show off is from the 08th MS team, but it's the Robot Spirits Ver anime line. So it like pulls off the look from 08th MS team. Yeah, this is just a ground Gundam. It looks awesome. It's the RGM-79G GM from the 7th team because it has the 7 on here and it's the red color. And it's really cool. So there's a lot of cool stuff when it comes to Ver anime. And it really just has to do with it just feeling premium. All the articulation that's involved with these, all the accessories. I mean, look at this ball and chain back here and just kind of look at the quality. Yes, some of it looks plastic, but there's also the chain part. And with the Robot Spirits, there's always tons of accessories. So there's so much you could do, like putting thruster effect parts on. And look, some of these Robot Spirits figures can be a little pricey, going upwards to 100, even more, especially nowadays. But yeah, you can grab this right now on Amazon for $45, link below. And even when it's not on sale, if it is on sale right now, it could be $60 to $70, which is still pretty good considering what this looks like. And this is a much appreciated look for Gundam in general, especially Universal Century. So yeah, this is definitely one to nab. All right, next up, this is a pretty badass one. This is from the Gundam Universe line. So to compare it with the Robot Spirits from before, you can see Robot Spirits are a bit smaller. These Gundam Universe figures are bigger, and they are generally even kind of in scale with each other. It really depends. But what I really like about these is they come with connector joint parts for the stands. They usually come with multiple hands. It's just this one in particular you can get for, you know, between 30 and 40. And I still think that's a good price for this because this is a step up from the standard Gundam universe. There's like the painting application, the paint application on there with the gold looks a lot better, a lot shinier. And there's also some extra real type markings that I love the way they look, you know, on the shoulder, you know, on the skirts. And it also has kind of a different color in general compared to the standard release, which standard release, I don't know if it's around the same price or not, but being able to get this marking version plus that I think was supposed to be a Gundam base exclusive, I'm not sure. You can grab this on Amazon under 40. And I think that's a really good price for being that this is supposed to be a budget line in the first place. This is a really good looking figure. All right, next up, we have the Alex from 0080 War in the Pocket. This is another Robot Spirits Ver anime. There's a couple releases for the Alex. One, it's a more expensive release, has the Choban armor, even an older one that has the smoke effect parts. Now, there's a re-release on this. You can get this for about $55, which still for Robot Spirits, this is a good budget style price because you really do get that anime accurate looking Alex, which is an awesome looking Gundam. Not only that, this comes with cool effect parts to kind of recreate scenes from 0080, but also just effect parts in general for like weapons and stuff. Yeah, you have storage on the back for the rocket. You have a shield that you can attach on the gun that it comes with. Also, you know, the beam sabers that are on the back. And again, with Robot Spirits, you know, you get a premium feel out of this. So for instance, the articulation on the back, you can see how it's engineered to really allow that smooth and very wide range articulation like in the legs here. And I think that looks really good. And another area that I consider premium with this release is the arms. I mean, not only do we have that bicep, but that elbow articulation, how they have the engineering where it tucks in, and that allows, again, like the legs, for a lot of range. So for $50, I think this is one of the standout or premier Robot Spirits figures you can get that really, I think, justifies its price. All right, next up, throwing a curveball. This isn't an action figure, but this is a Gunpla. But I wanted to bring up this one. This is the Requiem for Vengeance Solari Zaku. You can get this under 30, 22 on Amazon right now. Again, links below for all of these. And why I say you can make this premium is I think under 30 for something like this in the first place that is in scale with the size of Robot Spirits is really good because you can have these among Robot Spirits. The thing is, the way that this was built as a model kit, one, it's easy to build, it's high grade, but there's so much detail that you can go in, and I have a full review of this, maybe I should link that too, where I can go in and put the panel lines, the decals that it comes with that are pretty easy to put on. You can see on the shoulder here too. And then I did a top coat just to kind of add a little bit of detail, make this look good. But then it just feels good and feels premium. And so that's a way where you can get a model kit, add some basic details, panel line, top coat, and get a premium feeling figure, especially with the high grade like this where it's really sturdy. You don't have to worry about it falling apart. All right, and here's another Robot Spirits figure. This one, though, is not that it's necessarily budget, but it's still in the $60 price range, which I think is good for what this is. You know, this is the GP01 from Stardust Memory. Again, Robot Spirits for anime, so it has that look. It just nails it. I mean, we all know that 0083 Stardust Memory had the peak anime of the 90s, and that is really reflected here with just the design, the scale of this. I mean, it looks incredible. The colors, the color separation, the articulation is amazing. It does a lot of that neat engineering we were talking about with the Alex. Has areas for thruster parts, effect parts for the guns. It's just, this thing is just awesome. When I was first getting into Gundam or the Robot Spirits, and I saw this line, especially the GPO1A or FB GPO2, they have just this awesome, striking, like modern Gundam look, and they really pull it off. So I think 60 is a really good budget price for a premium Robot Spirits, considering the prices have been going up. All right, and here's another from the Gundam Universe line. Again, just to kind of show the scale. Gundam Universe next to Robot Spirits, Gundam Universe next to high grade. They're not really in scale. The Gundam Universe is bigger, but this is a recent release of the Wing Zero in the line. You can get this for about $34, $35 on Amazon, link below. And, that's still a little more expensive than what we're seeing with maybe Marvel Legends. But I have to say, when it comes to the finished product of like a Marvel Legends versus Gundam Universe, you have to look at all of these colors. Look at all the different colors on here and how well they blend together. There's no color bleed. Everything looks very accurate, even proportioned to what you would see in the anime. So the sculpt, what they were able to pull off from the artist sculpt to manufacturing, looks really good. And then you can kind of see the gold shine on there. And again, there's no color bleed as you go throughout this. I think this is a really good premium figure, premium feeling figure for $35 at a time where we are seeing prices hike for Robot Spirits, which were kind of premium in the first place. But I think it's really cool to have where Bandai has kind of gone back to redo articulation in the Gundam Universe figures, make them acceptable for modern times, especially as prices are going up. So anyway, that was a look at some what I consider budget Gundam figures that feel premium. From those, what would be my favorite? Maybe the Robot Spirits GM. I just love that style of mobile suit. What are some of your favorites? And do you have a pick maybe of your own that you've bought, you feel for the price? It's actually a very premium figure, Gunpla, etc. Anyway, shout out to all the supporters that make this possible. If that's something you're into, check the links in the description below. Also, check the link for our Discord. We have a lot of fun there. But until next time, be cool.